Charlie from 4BZ Truth. I'm doing my first experiment with actual moonlight. So basically I started with just an artificial test of light in the garage with a mirror. I wanted to kind of demonstrate reflection of the moon coming from the sun to the moon to the earth, basically showing that the moonlight is in fact perceived to actually be sunlight that is reflected onto the earth from the moon. But if that's the case, we would actually detect some sort of heat signature in the light. Maybe if it wasn't even detectable, it would be more of a like a wash. It would be zero, or it would be the same exact temperature as the shade. But in fact, I want to see or show that the temperature is actually decreasing in the light, which is completely abnormal behavior from light particles. But the test will start with these two ceramic bowls. Basically, I'm going to fill them up with the same amount of water from this mason jar. Basically, one will be in the shade and one will be in the moonlight. So I'm starting with this temperature of the water. See if they're the same temperature in each bowl. And then I'll move them outside. Starting with the first one, we have 63 degrees. The other one is 61 because I just filled up the water, so I probably need to let that set for a second. The moonlight is not overhead yet, so it'd probably be better to wait to actually take a temperature after these bowls have been sitting out for a little bit. So, okay, so to continue my experiment, I have taken a few things and put them to the side here to kind of show what we're dealing with here. So I'm outside. I'm under my patio, and I have several items here. I have the two plates. So this is a plate from inside. So we're about 60 degrees from. Now those are exact same size. I'm going to put one in the shade. Andy, no. Sorry, my dog keeps trying to get to the water that I have out. I'm wanting to make sure that it's not disturbed, so that anyone that wants to scrutinize this experiment will realize that everything is an equal playing field. So we have two bricks. These bricks were outside when I got to them, but they're both 51.5, 51.5. So they basically are the same exact temperature. I have two pieces of wood that are roughly around the same size. That has a colder surface temperature of 46, 45.5. Here's another piece of wood, 46.5 and 45.5. I mean, it's off by a degree, but that's what I would consider inconclusive, because if so basically what I'll do is I'll put these items here. Let's see, I got the brick. Okay, so now these are all sitting on a plastic chair, right? You got the water in the bowl. You got the brick, the two pieces of wood, and I still need to get the plate. Now, if there's anything about this experiment that may be questionable, there's the plate right there. So all these items are sitting on a plastic chair. Plastic is great for, it's an insulating, has insulating properties, so it's not going to transfer heat, or so it's a good surface to set those things on. So it'll be fairly accurate as far as I think it has the same kind of exposure to the air, because it's part of the same area. I mean, you just have, the only difference is the overhang here. You can see above that this is just a covered patio. So I wanted to just bring these other things out to show you where this other chair is. You can kind of see here that, let's see, it's kind of dark out here, but so you can see right there, it's hard to see it because it's dark, but you got the bowl with the water in it, the plate, the brick, and then the two pieces of wood. So these are all sitting outside. They're probably going to sit out here for a while. It's going to probably be like several hours. I want to make sure all the temperatures are going to be similar as far as exposure to the cold air. It's actually going to be in the 40s tonight, probably late or upper 40s, maybe lower 50s at the warmest. So yeah, so keep your fingers crossed, guys, and hopefully we can get some good results. I'm going to probably set my alarm for like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I can get you can kind of see the moon over there. See if I can zoom in so you can see it really well. Yeah, there it is. Well, it's hard to see, but hopefully the clouds don't show up and screw up my experiment. So far it looks like there's only a few clouds and mostly clear skies, so that's going to be awesome. So yeah, we'll get the rest of this completely figured out here in the next several hours. Okay, so here's another aspect of the experiment. You can kind of see we're at about 61 degrees on that one, about 61 degrees on that one. So we're going to take some surface temperature, or this is more air temperatures. So either way, we're going to put them outside. Come on, Indy. Go outside. All right. That little rambunctious puppy, she is a handful. So here's our setup for being outside in the moon exposure. Put that one there. So we'll walk over here, and this one is under the patio, and we will put this one right here, and then you can see the results later. There's my two pugs. But yeah, this is gonna be awesome. See if I can zoom in on this moon again. See how there's clouds? This is what I've been fighting with the last few days. But this has actually gotten a lot more cleared up. So there's only like 1 or 2 clouds up there, and they're all next to the moon. So hopefully this turns out to be a good experiment. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it is about 2 hours, almost 2 hours later, and I wanted to do some results because part of my problem is the moon has gone behind us some clouds. I've been watching it really closely though, every like 5-10 minutes, but I'm just going to take some readings here, see if, because this has literally been out in this moonlight. So okay, so we have 49 degrees, 48.5, yeah, so, and then 42 degrees on that plate, 41.5, See, each surface temperature is just a little bit different. 46 degrees in the brick, 45, 44.5, 44, and then we have about 38 plus or minus. That was in direct moonlight, but the only problem is it's starting to come back out again. So I'll be monitoring this throughout the night, and then I'm just for the record here. This is in the shade. I actually moved it away from the wall and turned off the light so that it didn't contaminate at all. But it's pretty much all in the shade here. We have plate is 43.5. The water is 47.5 or 48. 47 on the stick. 46. 47. 47.5. And then the air temperature. Oh, there we go. It's about 41. So the shade is definitely warmer, but it's inconclusive in my opinion because we have contamination in the clouds. So here we go. The moon's coming back out again. So hopefully later tonight I'm gonna be coming back. I'm actually gonna go to sleep right now, probably for 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll come back and we'll revisit this. I'm wanting to make sure that we have every little piece of possible evidence here. So, all right. Here's something else you could do with this infrared thermometer. Look at Indy. Look down. Look at here. See? Look at. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So there you go. Dogs seem to like little red lasers.